Hello, 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 good people. Welcome to the channel if you are a first-time visitor, and if you're not, welcome back. Shout out to all of my MVPs, men valuing purpose, and we definitely cannot forget about the LLCs, ladies, loving and courageous. We're on the journey. And again, if you're new to the channel, this is about self-improvement, becoming the very best version of yourself that you can. And I'm happy as your coach, as your guide along here to give you plenty of great information and insight, not only that I've obtained through my own studies and research, but my life experiences as well. And as always, as I say, this is a journey and not a destination. So today's conversation is going to be the art of saying no. The art of saying no. I say this is an art because no is generally considered to be negative. But in actuality, saying no can be both empowering and healthy. We're going to get to that soon. I'm sure you may be asking yourself, well, what's wrong with saying yes? And that's a great question. So let's explore some of the reasons why we say yes. We say yes to avoid confrontation. We say it to please others. I like to think of celebrities that have what we call yes men, a team of individuals that will kind of be at their beck and call and make whatever moves those individuals consider to be right, whether or not it skews the moral compass, if you will, or whether or not they even agree to everything that's being done or dictated. Those type of people, they don't want to offend. They don't want to, maybe let's just keep it real, stop their money coming in because they lose employment. They may have individuals that fear missing out, so to speak. And some people may say yes just because they're compulsive. So in this conversation, we're going to go over reasons why you should use the art of saying no. I'm going to break it down into 3. And the first one is you should say no when saying yes will put you in a compromised position that will take you away from responsibilities or your own priorities. You don't want to say yes when it affects your ability to complete your own responsibilities. In layman's terms, don't say yes when, let's just say your boss has given you a list of things to do and one of your fellow coworkers has come over to you and said, hey, I need some help. I'm trying to complete this task or that task and I'm not going to be able to do it. Can you help me? Now, oftentimes, we all want to throw our cape on and help that individual out. But there are points in times where you have to say, hey, is this going to be the best use of my time? Number 1. And number 2, is this particular task or side quest, if you will, going to take me away from being able to complete my list of things that I know for sure I am responsible in doing? So that would be the first reason I say to say no. When it puts you in a compromised position or it takes you away from your own responsibilities, goals, and priorities. The second reason, say no to set clear and consistent boundaries. What do I mean when I say that? Will saying yes take me away from a time that I may need to rest? I just worked a 12-hour shift. A buddy of mine calls me up, says, hey man, last minute, found out my sister is moving. I could really use a hand. I got the truck, can you swing by and help me get her moved out? Is that going to take you away from a time of rest? You just finished a long shift. You may already be tired. You may have had plans. You may have planned to take your LLC out to dinner that night. You may have planned to spend some time with family. You might have things on your checklist or to-do list that you wanted to accomplish later on that evening. That is an opportunity where saying yes may not be the best thing. You want to make sure that you set clear and consistent boundaries. Another boundary where saying yes may come into play is it going to affect my overall mission, right? Kind of going back to the first reason. Is this going to take me away from my responsibilities, goals, and priorities? But you want to be clear and consistent. You don't want to be a roller coaster of whether or not you're going to say yes with things. Be consistent with your plans, with your priorities, with your mission, and be respectful in the process of doing that. Third reason, will saying yes leave you frustrated and stressed? Will saying yes to a particular request leave you frustrated and stressed? If the answer to that is yes, then your answer should be no. We have enough things in life that are going to be stressful. We have enough things in life that are going to lead to frustration. A one-off task or helping a fellow coworker out, helping a teammate out, helping a fellow leader out, if that's going to put you in a place of being frustrated and stressed, then it is not worth the yes. Something to keep in consideration. Think of it like this. If saying no to something is not as important to saying yes to something that is. Saying no to something that is not important is saying yes to something that is. So don't look at the no as a negative. Me saying no to this particular thing is giving me the opportunity to say yes to something that is of the utmost importance or of more importance. Now that we've discussed 3 reasons why you should say no, how do you say no? Because that's equally as important, right? How you are able to break that to somebody is maybe of more importance, perhaps, than just saying no. To begin with, you want to be firm and direct. Avoid saying things like, probably not, or I don't think so. If it's a definite no, just say, hey, I appreciate you trusting me to be able to do this thing, but unfortunately, I'm not able to do it. Just be direct. Second thing is you don't want to try to over-explain your reason for the no, because this can kind of make you seem hesitant. And I can speak to personal experience on that. I have done that. I'm kind of trying to justify, if you will, my reason for saying no when really no justification is necessary. As a person who's grown up learning that helping others is a good thing and wanting to be a person that can please people when possible, that can be something that you struggle with. And that's something that a challenge that I've had to overcome in my lifetime. So don't over-explain your reason. Just be, as we stated first, firm and direct. You need to give a brief explanation as to why, feel free to do that. But don't over-explain. And the third thing we'll touch on with how to say no is offer a counter when it makes sense. So an example is, hey, off the cuff, I need to meet with you for 30 minutes. Is now a good time? No, now is not a good time. But I can check my schedule and we can find a time that will work for both of us. Boom. Simple. Simple, effective, and not disrespectful. On top of that, it's not saying to that person, hey, what you need to talk to me about is not important. But what it is saying is that you just can't bombard me and expect me to be able to give you 30 minutes just because you asked at this particular time. Now, are there going to be situations where that is needed and necessary? Absolutely. You have to be the judge of that. You have to look at each situation uniquely and make that call. But this is a general rule of thumb, if you will. People shouldn't just be able to run up to you and demand your time. I mean, obviously, if it's your boss or your superior, of course. I'm not trying to go out here and get anybody fired. Don't tell your boss that you can't make 30 minutes for them. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, if you have priorities in line, if you have things that you're trying to do and things you want to accomplish, oftentimes your day or your schedule is set, or for the most part, in motion. So just being able to come up and ask 30 minutes of your time may not be realistic. So when that is the case, you offer a counter. And I'm going to go as far as to say being bold, even if it is your boss. Hey, I need 30 minutes of your time. Okay, I would love to do that. However, at this current moment, I'm working on this particular project or this particular thing. Is it possible for us to set that up at a little bit of a later time that makes sense for both of us? Same rules can still apply. And I think most respectful people will understand that. And if it's a 911, hey, no, we need to talk now. But if it's not, yeah, we definitely can do that. That's being respectful of each other's time. And so there you have it. The art of saying no. Again, no is considered negative, but no can be empowering, and it can also lead to less stress and frustration. The next video is going to be coming soon, and it's going to be a topic that I know you guys are going to be super interested in. I'm not going to spill the beans yet, but that will definitely be coming to you soon. So in the meantime, do me a huge favor. If you're getting value out of this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date when I put out new content. Hit that bell icon and continue this conversation in the comment section. I'll have a QR code available as well through PayPal. If you feel like it, you're free to donate to the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Look forward to the support. And in addition to that, give me feedback. Share with me things that you think are well. Share with me some of your own experiences, because this is a journey that we're on together. And we're always better together than we are doing things alone. So with all of that being said, until the next video, Mr. HJ, and I'm out. And I'm out.